Yo, what's up? So, how are you guys doing? Now, normally it would be more like a motorcycle mentality video, but for this topic, I want to focus more on the mentality because you see, everybody gonna have a reason for why they ride a motorcycle, why they like the idea of owning two wheels. It's something that can be more meaningful, something special. For some people, they do it to pretty much have a peace of mind. Others, they sort of have it like like a tribute, for somebody that they lost or anything like that. But overall, it doesn't really matter in a sense of the motorcycle. It's more of the experience. But it also, you see, when you ride, from the moment you learn how to ride, your and the more you learn about your motorcycle and the more you go to your classroom, you learn like the tricks and trade, you practice doing a lot of things, you're gaining a lot of experience to become a better writer, to have more fun, to sort of be safe. But the one thing that could hinder all that stuff could be your mood or the way you think and view things. But most importantly, your mental state at the moment. You see, like, let me break it down like this. Everybody go through a lot of shit. Like, let's all be honest, we're all frustrated. Our frustration level and how we deal with it is what makes us different. It could be from experiences from the past that could, get at you. It could be finances, like you're not happy where you are financially at the moment. Some people probably don't even are not like happy with their life choices that led to them where they are at the moment. You know what I mean? It's like everybody has a perception or a goal, and they feel like something is hindering them or something's limiting them from just making that. You know what I mean? So it can be very daunting. For some people, it causes them to have anxiety. Some people, it causes them to, I don't know, it can cause a lot of heaviness or weight on their mind. Now, let's all understand the most powerful thing about the human body is our brain, our mind. How we think, how we judge things, how we do things not only affects our aura, but it also affects how we carry ourselves. For example, if your goal of getting into the world of motorcycle riding is to get chicks, I mean, it's a good conversation starter, but if you're not confident person with talking to girls without the motorcycle, you're probably gonna be not that confident with the motorcycle. But the motorcycle will sort of break the ice at the moment. Like if you don't have game, then it's gonna be like awkward at moments. You know what I mean? It's like oh hey look, I have a motorcycle. They're like, oh that's nice, and you're like, cool. And plus, I'm gonna be real with you. The moment you get a motorcycle, you're gonna have more dudes coming up to you talking about motorcycle. But every now and then, there's gonna be some chicks and everything. But don't be awkward or weird about the female rider, please. They're motorcycle riders like you. Don't make it fucking weird. I mean, I'm just saying. But what I'm trying to lead to is it's all about how you carry yourself. Like a lot of people. Okay, I'm gonna break it down like this. Me, for all my life, I've always been somewhat of a workaholic, or I'm very disciplined. I'm very what's the word? All right, I don't let certain things get to me because I'm always doing things to not distract myself, but I'm always focused. I'm always trying to get things or whatever. And now I do have some friends that would be like, wow, he's an emotionless bastard. And I don't know if maybe that's my mood or how I carry myself, but everybody is not like me. Everybody's not like strong willed or that disciplined or whatever. Am I an emotionless bastard? I consider myself evil. But it's not like evil in the sense of I don't care, because, okay, reality, I don't care. But at the same time, my way of I don't care is everybody done dirt to other people. Even like, this is why when I said about my motorcycle mentality, about how my mentality of when I'm riding, how I view everybody as assholes, that's not just on the road. That's like in life. We've all done things where we've been in situations where things seem to be more negative towards us, but at the same time, we've done some shitty stuff that negatively affected other people. And I've accepted that responsibility about myself a long time ago. And I think that's the issue that a lot of people don't seem to, you know, do or to forsake for themselves. Like, for example, say from your past experience, everybody, some incident happened that was very traumatic, that send you PTSD, or something that someone or some group or some situation that sort of make you view yourself in a negative light or make you think you're weak. Now, me, there's two factors: the person and how I allowed that situation to affect me. Yes, if a person were to bully me back in my past, I've fought a lot. And that's made it hard for me to, sort of like, okay, you've been bullied, okay. But, because it's like, for me, it's like, I didn't never really got bullied because I fight. Not everybody is like me. And I do get that. But there are sometimes you, when I say fight, everybody's version of fighting is different. My version is both verbally and physically. I make sure I let the person know, both mentally and physically, don't fuck with me. I'm not that kind of person. I will have no problem of making your day become worse. And the most important thing that I want them to know is that not only do I not have a problem about doing that, I will actually enjoy it. And that's is probably something they won't like to see. That's the type of thing that I've always carried. Now, I'm not saying I'm a very extremely violent person, but that's just how I dealt with bullies when I was young, all the way up. Because there's always been a burden, but for some people, they thrive, or it's that drive with that confidence. When I was little, it was like it was like I was pretty much raised not to take shit from anybody. But at the same time, I don't expect everybody to be that way. Say you were bullied and they constantly do it like every day. It could be about your weight, it could be about your race, it could be about your religion, it could be the most minuscule thing, but they are attacking you, okay? Now, when I say the second part of the situation is you, what are you doing to sort of help prevent it? Or have you spoken up or anything? Some people, it's like, and I've seen this, where they allowed it to constantly, I'm not trying to say they allowed it, but it constantly happened over and over and over. And they never have a voice or anything to sort of repel that back or to show strength. And then they carry that mental burden on themselves all the way through adulthood, to where it's like they have PTSD when it comes to going outside. If that's how you are when you're riding on a motorcycle, it's gonna affect you that way as well. You don't know what could trigger that, and that's where a lot of accident can happen, death can happen. It's like I'm just using that as an example. I'm not saying like everybody has that. I'm just saying overall, like for me, I like to have fun, but that's because when we're not having fun, we're going through the grind of you know being stressed, overworking yourself, trying to like for some people they're trying their best not to feel alone, like distract themselves that oh I'm busting my ass, I'm doing this and I'm doing that, all because they don't want to go home and see that there's nobody there to say hi, how was your day. They feel tortured. Me, I'm one of the excuse me, I'm one of those people that I don't get bothered by that. I actually enjoy the solitude. It's kind of like a sanctuary. It's like for me, I interpret it differently. I don't see it as being alone. I see it as a moment to have peace and quiet. What's another thing? It's like for example, if you've been bullied and people like, oh, you're shit. Me, I twist it around like, yeah, I am the shit. Thank you for letting me know that I'm on your mind. Some people is like, oh man, why why can't I get in a relationship? Do everybody hate me? I hate myself because nobody loves me. Me, I'm like, I save myself so much money from dealing with other people's birthdays, dealing with anniversaries. Woo, I'm good. But it's all based on how you are as a person. But like I said, not everybody is built like me. And I recognize that, which is why I'm trying to, I want you guys to fully understand there is a lot, this world is like filled with negativity. And because of that, everybody is frustrated. Everybody is agitated. Everybody is, in a way, look for something to even give them that little minuscule of happiness. Even that little fucking light, if it's man made, or if it's something that give them own, like, ah, but it's not always guaranteed every day. That's why you see people, you know, it's like, for some people, it's like they have to vent it. For others, they have to hold it in. Me, okay, perfect example. Celebrities. Celebrities. When you see celebrities on TV, you're like, wow, they must got it good. They're set for life. They're financially set. They got all the cars. They got all the houses. They got all this and that. Why can't I have that? Yeah, that's what you see in the forefront, the cover. You don't know what's been going on in the back of their mind or the shit behind the curtain. For example, let's take, okay, I took martial arts. Let's take that. In the world of martial arts, when you find out who your opponent is or whatever, you have to train, you gotta keep yourself active or whatever. And then you get to your fight and your bout and whatever. You travel, you can go to different arenas, it can be different ring, it can be cages, it could be whatever. Thing is, your focus on your fight, your focus on, the win, the money, whatever. Everybody have their different mindset when it comes to the fighting. But what if something happened in your personal life? Because you're always focused, like it could be a death in the family, somebody you consider real close. Like I've seen this where fighter is just about to go out and they're told, "Hey, yo, um, not to bother you, but we just got the phone call. Your mom just passed. But good luck on the fight." And you see it in them. It's like, what? But at the same time, they're so mentally focused and whatever. They still go out there and do their own thing. and then they do the fight and they look strong or whatever. They try not to choke or anything, and then the moment they get to the back curtain, they either had to talk on a podium or they break down a little bit 5 minutes, or they just lodge that stuff in the back of their mind for something to do later. But then again, because they're always working, like I said, for me, that's where I got my over, I'm a workaholic type of deal. It sometimes could take years for all of a sudden their brain to finally process, like, oh wait, that is right. I lost somebody. Now I'm not trying to make it sound like, oh, that's kind of fucked up. No, it's when you're very focused. Like, for example, people that train for the Olympics, or wrestlers that perform live on TV. I hate the word performing, but wrestles on TV for everybody's entertainment. The lifestyle and the focus, the discipline, and everything gets to you so strong, where everything else personally, it still affects you, but it won't catch up to you as fast, or you can't find a schedule to sort of be human, so to speak. But you are a human, you are still affected by it. You know what I mean? It's like it it could be very heavy, daunting. So a lot of people carries a lot of burden, which also affects their mental situation of riding or driving. So that's what I mean by how are you doing? A lot of people go through things. Sometimes people put pressure on themselves, and then they just don't know how to handle when things are not met with what they want. So, like I said, how are you?